Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm using our brand new Rode microphone. I'm currently in an Airbnb in Orlando because we did EDC this weekend. It's Saturday night. The girls and I, meaning Hallie and Bella, didn't go to the festival tonight because we had a really terrible night last night that I'm just not going to get into. We didn't get home until almost 3 a.m. and we were stranded. Hallie got her phone stolen. Just a lot of stuff happened. Just wasn't the best night. I can't tell if it's focusing on me, guys. This microphone picks up everything, so if you hear background noise, it's the washer or the AC. I have no idea. I'm just hoping that this comes out clear. But yeah, with all that being said, today I really want to talk about how you can't change someone that doesn't want to change. And this is a really tough pill to swallow because I feel like I see the best in them. I see who they could be. I see their potential. And I ignore the red flags. I ignore the backstabbing. I ignore the gaslighting. I just, you know what I mean? Like, I ignore all of that. And it's just not fair anymore. It's not fair to myself. I feel like I'm a healer because I'll meet someone who I know needs help. And instead of trying to help them but also move on with my life, it takes up all my energy. And I don't know how to fix that about myself, because don't get me wrong, I love connecting with people and getting to know people on a deeper level, but when it comes to my mental health and my energy and how it affects that very heavily, I just don't know how much longer I can do it. And the thing is, when people know their weaknesses or their red flags per se, they know what they do wrong and why it's wrong, but they don't want to change, there's nothing you can do. Like, there's literally nothing you can do. If they wanted to change, they would. It's as simple as that. And they would do the work to change. But it's funny because they say they want to change until that same exact situation happens and there's absolutely no change. It's like they don't even care subconsciously. It's like they'd rather be doing what is wrong than trying to change and do what is right because it feels uncomfortable. And if it's affecting you on a deep level, you got to move on. Because again, you can't change someone who doesn't want to change. They're just going to drag you down and drain you and make you feel like it's your fault, you're the problem, nothing's going right in their life because of you. When meanwhile, they could be the one for you, they could change for you, but they're not because they don't respect you enough to do that. I feel like it comes down to respect at the end of the day. Like, if someone respects you enough, they will want to be the best version of themselves for you. I don't care if that's clean up after yourself more. I don't care if that's stop being mean to me around a big group of people, or just this upsets me when you do this. They'll respect you enough to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't want you upset at me. I don't want this to be our relationship. Like, I will work at it. I will change. You would think it's that easy, but no. People who don't want to change are never going to, and they will feed you all these lies and tell you that they're going to change and that you're the one for them and that they'll never do anything to upset you, or that they know that what they're doing is wrong and that they don't want to do it anymore. They don't want to be in that situation. But when they're in the same situation, the same shit happens over and over and over again. It's time to stop letting people that use us get away with it. And I don't mean that by like revenge. Let's go like freaking, I don't know, beat them up. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Do not do that. But what I mean is, I'm just not going to let people get away with that anymore. I'm not going to let people walk all over me and think that it's going to be okay and I'm going to forgive them in 5 minutes. I've realized that for me personally, I need my space when I get upset about something, because if not, I will act out irrationally because I'm acting on emotion, and you know that never works out in anyone's favor, especially not mine. And I'm mad and I need a few days to just calm down and think about things clearly. And that's the thing. I'm not gonna let people get away with it anymore, because I used to just shut up and be quiet and shy and be like, it's okay, like I'm okay, I'm not mad at you, like blah 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 blah. Put people before myself. And listen, I'm not saying don't ever put anyone before yourself. I'm saying read the room, read people's energies, read their intentions, and choose who you want to give your attention to, who you want to give your time to. You know, like, we can't give our energy to everyone who wants it, because when you have a good energy, people want that. They like you because they want to be you. They want your energy. They want your spark. They want, I don't know, the way you can feel things, the way you can connect with people. Trust me, it's not fun. It's really not. But people are not going to change if they don't respect you. And they'll say they can change, but if you don't see it happening, it's just not going to happen, guys. And we shouldn't get our hopes up, because at the end of the day, we're just hurting ourselves. We are literally just hurting ourselves. How many times are you going to let someone walk all over you, make you feel like shit, and forgive them within 5 seconds for them to do it again? That's what I tell myself. And let's say you do love this person. Like, let's say they're a sister and you're like, okay, well, I can't just cut them off. But let's say it's worst case scenario. Give yourself a few days to just reset your brain, work through everything emotionally so that when you do see them again and talk to them, it can be more calm and put together. You can have your thoughts situated. You're not spiraling and yelling. Like, you want it to be a good conversation that is mature. So I may not be going through this right now in my life with multiple people, just observing the way I feel around them, observing their actions, observing how they don't feel anything with how they treat people, or a situation will happen and they don't feel sorry for it, or they don't even apologize. And I don't even mean to be calling anyone out. I'm just talking about my experience and how I just need a few days to get over it and work through it in my head so that I can either forgive the person or genuinely say, this is why our relationship can't be the same anymore. It's so hard not to act off of emotion, but in the end, you're always going to regret it. You're always going to regret lashing out, getting worked up, and seeming like the bad guy because you're screaming and yelling, because you're upset, because they betrayed you, they hurt your feelings, they were rude to you, mean to you. But the person who acts out emotionally, which usually is me, you just seem like the bad guy, and the person has a reason to say, oh, well, fuck them. I'm not in the wrong because look at how she just reacted. Like, that's why it's always good to just take a step back when you're angry, take a few days if you need to, and just think about it a lot. Think about what you want to do and how you're going to handle it. And remember, you can't change someone that doesn't want to change. You really, truly can't. There's never going to be a time where they all of a sudden start respecting you and stop doing the things that you don't want them to do. It's never going to happen. They're going to keep hurting you. And it's you hurting yourself at the end of the day. If you know that someone is never going to change, even though they lie and promise you that they will, you're just self-sabotaging and you're hurting yourself and you're putting yourself in the same situation. So that means you yourself can't play victim either. You can't say, I can't believe this is happening to me. This person keeps lying. This person says they're going to change. They're not. You know that they're not going to change. You've been knowing this because you've seen it over and over and over, but yet you're keeping them in your life out of habit, out of comfortability. So you really can't say that. And honestly, that's what I've been telling myself. That what I just said, you, I have been saying that to myself for the past couple months, past couple weeks. I'm actually very excited to see how this audio sounds when I upload, because this is our new baby microphone. Well, it's not baby, it's really giant. I forgot what I was saying. I lost my train of thought, but I love you guys. I hope this helps. I know it was all over the place, but I just wanted to remind you that you really can't change someone if they don't want to change. And they could say that they want to, but if they're not doing the work to change, then they don't want to, and they don't respect you enough to change. So at the end of the day, if you expect the behavior to happen, you're going to get less hurt. But that's the thing. It's like, why am I expected to accept this? Like, oh, well, this happens all the time. I'm used to it by now. No. I don't want to be like that anymore. I don't want people to make me feel that way and for me to say, oh, well, I shouldn't be upset because I expected this. No, I don't want to expect it anymore. I want to rely on people. I want to feel like my love that I give people is reciprocated back to me in the same way that I give it. So I hope anyone can relate to this, and I hope that whoever needed this message got it. Hope that it reaches you. Thank you so much for listening to another episode. If you ever need anything at all, just reach out. I'm always here for you guys. I appreciate your support so much. If you could follow the podcast on whatever platform you're listening on and like and leave a review, that would mean the world to me. Or if you're on YouTube, subscribe. Wherever you're on, I just hope you have an amazing day. I can't wait. Tonight we're just going to get dinner with the girls. All three of us sold our wristbands for tonight because people needed a Saturday night ticket because Saturday sold out. So people were only buying Sunday tickets, but we all sold ours for the night. So we're taking that money and combining it and just getting a nice dinner tonight because technically, girl math, that's free money because we spent it anyway. We could have either sat home, made dinner, and not sold the wristbands, or gone out to dinner and not sold the wristbands and spent more money. But instead, we got paid for the wristbands, and now we're just going to spend it at dinner because technically we already spent that money. Just saying. I don't even know if that made sense. But anyway, I love you guys so much. Have an amazing rest of your day. Love you all. I'll see you in my next episode.